all of my lovely YouTubers, and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got a little bit of a different video for you today with some awkward hand dancing. So today we are going to be creating a fall pillow. First we're going to start with all the supplies that you need, which is going to be your yarn. You're going to need some fabric, some fall festival paints, some sewing needles. There is thunder going on behind me. Some paintbrushes, a scissors, and of course your pillow. Guys, this thunder is literally out of control right now. It's rumbling my floor. So first we're gonna start off. This is a pillow I actually saw at a Michael's craft store for like 30 bucks, but today we are going to only make it for about 12 bucks. That's how much I spent on all of the supplies that I got between Michael's craft store and Hobby Lobby. So first we're gonna take the fabric. I actually had 2 pieces of fabric, so I sewed it together first so it could be one gigantic piece of fabric. This was actually the color of the pillow that I saw at Michael's craft store, and I got this at Hobby Lobby for about 3 bucks each, so that it's $6 together. So what you're gonna do is take your pillow, and then kind of fold the fabric over it like so that it could be wrapped around the pillow, so it's got kind of that old-timey color, cream colored look to it. So then what we're gonna do is, the fabric ended up being a little bit too long, so in the end run I kind of cut off that excess piece. But what we're gonna do on the so this piece was a little bit too long, so later in the video I ended up cutting off that piece, which you won't see, but I did it. So this stitching right here is what we're gonna be doing on each side of the pillow. It's kind of that crossover sewing, if that makes sense. So what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do it on that side of the pillow. So what we're gonna do first is kind of fold the pieces into themselves like this. And then what we'll do is pin them down so that the sewing will be a lot easier for us. And then you'll take your orange colored yarn and then draw. I took about 5 feet just to be on the safe side. And then you'll need your sewing needle. Make sure that the eye is big enough to feed the yarn through. And then I didn't really tie it, I kind of left it as so. And then now we're gonna start our sewing. So you'll just feed it through the first end. And then what we'll do is, instead of puncturing it through where it came through, is we'll just cross it back over so that it looks like the middle part of the pillow, if that makes any sense to you guys. So it'll come out just like this. And then basically, guys, that's what you will do for the rest of the pillow. So this is what the end result will look like, and then we will just repeat it on the other side. Fold it in, pin it, and then sew it. And then this is what the end result shall look like. So then next you'll take your paints. I got these fall colored paints. I think I got an orange, a brown, and then like a lighter brown. So what the pillow at Michael's looked like, it looked like a pumpkin. Well, it didn't look like a pumpkin, it was actually a pumpkin. And that's what we're gonna draw on our pillow today. So I took that extra scrap piece from the fabric earlier, and that's where I laid my paint. So we're gonna start out with the orange paint and then draw a pumpkin. So to draw a pumpkin, first, guys, just bear with me. It looks really bad at the beginning, but it turns out better. So what we're gonna do is kind of draw like a really small M, but it looks kind of like the birds that we used to draw in like kindergarten. And then we'll just continue to draw our pumpkin. So we'll make 3 of them, and like I said, the thing will look atrocious at first. See, it looks like 3 weird little beans. But I promise I take a thicker paintbrush and then kind of just add more details to it to where it actually starts to look like a real pumpkin. Like autumn leaves and hush So then once our actual pumpkin size is pretty much painted on, what we're gonna do next is draw the stem, I believe. So then you'll just want to take that brown paint, and I still take the thicker paintbrush and draw the stem. I know that some of them are green, but mine's gonna be brown because the one at Michael's looked brown. And then we're just gonna go ahead and skip all of the unnecessariness and cut straight to the chase with our stem. So then once our stem is painted on, I take that small paintbrush I started out with carving out the pumpkin in the beginning and drawing some little details out. So I'll just take any of the excess paint off and do a sew in there to make some of the details and make it look a little more realistic. Like, I know it doesn't look realistic, but it's our fall DIY pillow, so just deal with it. And this is what you'll come out with. I know it doesn't look great right now, but we tried, right? I mean, it's DIY, do it yourself. So then I didn't realize that I didn't get this in the shot at first, but what I'm writing with the lighter brown paint is Season's Greetings. The one at Michael's had it all across the whole pillow, but I was going to save myself the trouble and just write it once. You can do this however you want, in any sort of font you want. I wanted mine to look a little like rough, so that's why it doesn't look perfect, because it's fall and everything in fall is rough. So you can basically do whatever you want, any sort of font, any sort of color you want with the I can't talk, can I? With that writing. And then for the rest of the palette, we are just going to draw little leaves on it, like so. And you can draw as many leaves as you want, guys. It can be in any color. I just stuck to the orange and the browns, and I kind of mixed the orange and the dark brown to make it look a little more like the rougher leaves that are already fallen off the trees. And I wanted to make them look a little different, so this is what they all turned out like. Small leaves, big leaves, tiny leaves. And then I added more detail with the brown inside of my pumpkin just to make it look a little more realistic and better, if that makes any sense. Another tear, another cry, another place for us to die. So once your leaves are all on there, your pillow is basically done, and you can go ahead and put it anywhere in your room. Guys, I don't have anything else to say, but I love you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great fall.